Hunter Renfrow is joining us. All right, let's be honest. I whiffed on that one. When you hear that, what do you think?
Yeah, a lot of good memories come to mind. Coach Sweeney, he's one of the great motivators.
Yes.
So he kind of used that this year, and y'all make it easy for him. I mean, he's sitting back, and we struggled with the South Carolina State or Troy, and but calling him fraud, he can use that for ammo the rest of the year. And I'm just hoping you call it the fraud at the Raiders this year. I hope we get about week 6 or 7, you call it the fraud, and we might have a chance to go win it all.
Yeah, so Dabo used that. So you had seen that before the actual game.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he one thing he's going to do is defend his program, and that's why we love Coach Sweeney. He's going to defend his players and defend his program. And so he caught on I think he shared it with the team, whichever week it was, and he was like, wait, whenever we win the national championship, you just wait. I'm going to call out that guy. So he had it in his back pocket, and he was ready for it.
Well, first of all, congratulations. It's an amazing program. You had a great rookie year. So now it's different for you, Hunter. So as you go into your second year, you've moved to a new city. How is are you in Vegas right now? How's the transition?
Yeah, so me personally, back in South Carolina, which has been good during all this quarantine and all that. I got some open fields to run around in, play with the dogs. But so we are in Oakland, and we were expected to do our OTAs and our spring training basically there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to move to Vegas after we leave Napa for training camp. So it would be August till we move there. But so that's kind of what the plan was, and now this has been craziness, and we'll be in Vegas probably the next, in my opinion, the next time we get together.
By the way, Hunter, I lived there. It was my first job out of college. I lived there 6 or 7 years. It's an amazing place. The food, you'll have to watch your calorie count because, man, there's a lot of good places to eat in Vegas, and I think you'll have an absolute blast.
Yeah.
So you played with Deshaun Watson, and you've played with Trevor Lawrence. They're both amazing. Tell me where they're similar.
They're similar from a poise standpoint. I mean, literally nothing bothers either one of them. I remember that last drive to go beat Alabama. Deshaun just kind of calmly sat there, looked at us, and said, all right, this is our time. Let's go do it. Let's go be legendary. And it was just like it was playing a video game. Like, all right, this is what we got to do. We've done it before. We do it in practice all the time. We do it to end halves all the time. Let's go win this game. And then Trevor's the same way. I can remember the 2018 national championship that we won when Trevor was a freshman.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Trevor, forgot to do a motion or something, and I came up to him, and we kind of figured it out during the play. And he was like, my bad. It was like he's like a surfer, He kind of has that relaxed mentality. And the long hair, and he's just the coolest guy on the field, and nothing is over the top for him. It's if I don't make the play this play, no big deal. I'll make a 50-yard throw next play. It's the best yet to come for him.
Yeah. Now, what are their differences?
I would say that Deshaun, and not that Trevor's not a baller, because he is unbelievable, but Deshaun has a unique ability to kind of have eyes in the back of his head. He can scramble around. I think it was the Bills this year he was playing. He kind of spun around and got it to his running back, who they either scored or set up the game-winning score to win. But that's how Deshaun is. Deshaun can just make this uncanny ability to just make plays, see where the rush comes. But Trevor's 6'6", and Trevor can see it before they come. And that's what's so impressive to me about Trevor's freshman year was he never really got in trouble. I mean, he got the ball out quick. He knew where his checkdowns were. And that is the difference to me. Trevor has a good ability to just see the whole field, where Deshaun can scramble around and see the whole field.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the difference to me.
Now, there's going to be they say this is the best wide receiver class the draft has had in over a decade. So I want you to take your time on this and go back to your rookie camp. What are the one or two things that if a young receiver was listening right now, Hunter, and you said, okay, here are the two things, the two pieces of advice I'm going to give you to make your transition college to pro easier, what would they be?
Yeah. It's funny. You hear these people projecting best receiver class. We had a pretty good receiver class this year, and I like to see, how colleges go back after 5 years and kind of regrade and reevaluate
Yes.
and see, okay, they were the number one class, but they performed like a top 15 class. And in this class is a top 15. They're the best class. I want to do that because I think our receiver class is pretty special. But they definitely have some good players coming out this year. And I would say just the one, especially being around Coach Gruden, is he has coached so many players and so many best of the best. I mean, he's coached so many. Just one is to kind of, I don't like when I got there, I thought I knew some things. I don't know anything, The NFL game is so different than the college game. So just sit back and kind of take it all in and just learn and be a sponge and just learn as much as possible. And two, the second thing I would say is be patient. In college, you kind of try to rush, and in the NFL, you have to be patient with guys. You got to let things develop because the coverages change so often, so late in the play. In college, you have a one high or two high shell, and it basically stays that. Or at the start of the snap, it spins. In NFL, it might look like it, then it'll change, and then it'll change again.
Wow.
So you always have to have those big eyes to be able to see the field, and then when the ball's thrown, you get those small eyes and catch it.
What was the best secondary as a rookie you faced last year, Hunter?
Best secondary. I thought Kansas City was pretty good. Get Tyrann Mathieu out there. I'm a big fan of Justin Simmons from the Bengals. I think he had a pick against us, but he did a great job of. There was one particular play where he basically read it like a one high, and then he came down and robbed it a little bit, and had a pick. Just something we hadn't seen before. I think he is a really good player, and I thought that I played him. He was at Boston College when I played him in college. And I thought he was one of the better, especially young safeties in the NFL.
Joining us right now is Hunter Renfrow, second year entering the NFL season. He was a fifth-round pick, played 13 games. He was graded as the sixth best rookie, according to Pro Football Focus. So he had an unbelievable year. A lot of times, it's funny in college. So you go to Clemson, and by and large, outside of maybe in Alabama, you have a decided athletic advantage against most teams you play. And then you get to the NFL, and it's closer. And you guys got off to a good start last year. And then you go to New York, and I watched every snap of that game, and it was just awful. And I was thinking to myself, that may have been the first game you had played in half a decade where you felt like a Clemson opponent. Go back to that game against the Jets. When it's really the difference between college and pro, go back to that game. What happened to the Raiders?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, I don't remember the score. It was that bad. We got just drugged up and down the field. But you got to be ready to play, and that's one thing you have to be ready to play in the NFL week in and week out because that can happen to you. But it was weird because we had like a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah.
We were, coming off a big win, I think, against the Bengals.
Yeah, you were 6-4, and you'd won 3 straight, and people like me were saying, "Oh my God, the Raiders can challenge for the division." And then it was just a shipwreck. And it was bad early.
Yeah, it did. I think just being a young team, we thought everything was going to be good, and as you build a program, you need games like that. But going into the game, we all felt good. We had a good week of practice. We flew across country. We got to the hotel Friday. Business as normal, but we just weren't ready to play. It was cold. It was wet.
Yes.
You just have to create your own energy in an environment like that. And we had a lot of Raiders fans there, but that's something that we got to learn from because really one game changed the next 4 games. We played that game, and then a domino effect the next 3. And so that's just something as we go and as my career goes, I just don't want that to ever happen again.
Dabo, you said he's a great motivator. Gruden is obviously was a TV star. Do they motivate Gruden and Dabo the same way, Hunter?
Very similar. They care a lot about their players. Gruden texted me Happy Easter yesterday. He's always checking in on me. Max the same way. He'll text me like today's my anniversary. He texts me 45 minutes ago, happy anniversary. They're just good people. And as far as motivating, Coach Gruden, maybe like to cuss it a little more. He cusses a little more than Sweeney.
Yeah.
He has a different way of going about it, but they're both hilarious and can tell a story like nobody's business.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? It makes me happy. You had in my face, I was wrong about Clemson, and Hunter Renfrow. Get in shape. Cross our fingers on this thing. Have you been affected by the virus? Your family, is everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody's been good. Like I said, I'm back here in South Carolina, so I've been fortunate to be pretty safe. I live kind of around some fields, and so I've been able to kind of work out by myself. And my wife will be hitting me some tennis balls with the racket, and I'll go chase them down like a receiver. And so
there you go.
I've been able to kind of keep my distance a little bit. I've been lucky.
All right, Hunter. Hey, thanks for coming on the show, bud. Congrats and continued success. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.